right, good morning YouTube from the highways and byways, somewhere between here and there. What is going on? Been doing a little bit of this lately, so haven't checked in and done nearly as much, so I guess you get what you get. But I think there can be no doubt that the chaos continues. Such as it is. Rule the Wasteland had a live chat last night. Was it last night that I caught the replay of, I guess? And he's like, there's just been this lull in activity, like there's not been as much going on. In some ways, it's like the news headlines have kind of died down, but there's still a lot going on, right? It's not nearly as frantic, it seems like. And it makes me wonder, I don't know, maybe you don't wonder, if it has anything to do with the political cycle and just trying to get everybody focused on Chicago instead of what's really going on. It was, gold at all-time highs in the financial markets is kind of like, don't even pay attention, like nobody's even talking about it, like not a big deal. And I think part of that has to be because it's baked in, it's expected. I think they're expecting 3,000. So I think it's still totally within their normal measurements and tracking and spreadsheets, and it's been factored in. I don't think it's surprising to them. So take that for what it's worth. That nobody in that realm is panicking over assets that are usually safe haven assets reaching all-time highs. They're completely tied into and focused on Federal Reserve rate decisions. So take that for the grain of salt as something to monitor. But yeah, the political cycle seems to be what everybody gets wrapped into. Multiple earthquakes and volcanoes going down, so prepare appropriately for your area. Where was that last volcano? Russia had that pretty big volcanic eruption tied to an earthquake. Accusations are being made that it was man-made earthquake that caused the volcano. So take that for what it's worth. People throwing accusations back and forth about subversion in that manner. But there was the threat of the Iranian impending attack that never happened, and still hasn't happened as of 08:55 this morning, Monday, August 19th. Still hadn't happened. It's been a couple weeks, no response. So that's much ado about nothing, and got everybody riled up and all in a not panic, but it's happening. The whole rumors of war thing, I think, is more potent and controls people more than actual war. Ukraine's incursion into Russia, interesting strategy. See how it plays out for them. Not 1,000% NATO planned and led. Almost banking on it. There was a video of one of the elements that was supposed, a Ukrainian element speaking English on their body cams as they did their propaganda film as they invaded. So take that for what it's worth. Like, talk about getting people riled up. Imagine the equivalent in Texas. All of a sudden cartel members started speaking Russian on some of their videos or something. I mean, we've got Chinamen crossing in droves, but take it, armed incursions different. So there is still quite a bit going on that you put some analysis to it, just leads to further degradation of society and our established order. The biggest concern I have is what is leading and pointing everybody to underpinning the strength of the central government instead of decentralization. They're destabilizing society while empowering the central government. Seems to be like 90% of what goes on. Prepare accordingly. There was on the Futures Conflict channel today, there was talk of what's going on in Chicago and the destabilization there, but tied into there was another roundup of the Capitol riots. There was no-knock raids conducted this morning. Take that for what it's worth. Prepare accordingly. Like, what are we, 4 years out? Not quite. No, we're over 4 years. Wait, what? Yeah. What year? What? That was 2020. We're over 4 years. Man, or was that 2021? I guess it was 2021 when the riot went down, the supposed incursion, and they're still picking people up that apparently they had already talked to and questioned and had a conversation with, and they no-knock raid the dude now. Like, and there was discussion there that this is to offset some of the activities going down in Chicago to offset the two political sides, right? And I just have a thought that, mark it down, the whole reason for the protest activity in Chicago is to make the DNC look like a sane party. It's like the DNC can protect us from these people, they're not really with them. No, they're instigating them to make you feel sorry for them. They're playing the victim card. The DNC can't be that far out there if these people are protesting against them like this. And whether riots ensue this week or not is to be determined. So just throwing that out there, continue to evaluate, prepare accordingly, because stuff is weird and nothing is as it seems. And probably everything is, who did the video? I think Roll the Wasteland talked about it, like everything's, perpetuated to make people live in fear. No, or was it Italian Hillbilly did a video on that, on the fear propaganda, just keeping people in a state of hyperactivity. Maybe it was Prepared Homestead. I don't know. I haven't watched a whole lot of videos, but it's like targeted ones that always have good information. But guess what? Corsair Trainers is going live, and I might actually get to listen to him here live from the road. So I'm going to go check over there, do my rowing bit on the Island of Misfit Toys, and we will see you all later. We're out here on the highways and byways. But y'all do be good, YouTube. Prep hard. Live free.